everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you have not already, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up while you're listening along today. Today we're going to be taking a look at Plush that sold on eBay in the month of September. So these are all the Plush that sold on eBay. There's 13 of them. That's not a lot, but it is my lucky number, so that's cool. So we had 13 Plush sell on eBay in the month of September, and 2 of them were on a best offer, and the other 11 sold at full asking price or on our sale price. So you guys probably are aware that for 7+ years, Keith and I always did free shipping, and recently, towards the end of August, we switched all of our listings over to a flat charge shipping on all of our listings. You know, you need to give stuff about 90 days to really get a full glimpse of how it's going to work, to get all of the data and give it a fair chance to see if something is working or not. So we'll be doing this through Q4 just to see what happens. And yes, I know people keep telling me doing an experiment in Q4 is not fair because your sales are always going to be better in Q4, even if you're doing everything wrong, right? But that's what we chose to do. My point is, 2 of the 13 plushies sold on a best offer, and the rest sold at our asking price. And in the past, about 50% or more of everything we sold was always on a best offer. We do price high. Even still, we price high with charging shipping because it's the same. So let me preface with that first. Whether you're doing free shipping or charging shipping, your price overall all in should be the exact same cost. There is no such thing as free shipping. So if this Fiesta Amperin doll sold for, 16, 10 plus 6 shipping, she should have been a 16 free ship doll. But I do feel like we are selling more items just outright now that the cost is lower, and then there's the added charge of shipping than when we used to have it all in one price with free shipping. I feel like we sold 50% or more, like I said, of our stuff back then on offers, and now people are more likely to buy it. I don't know if there's a psychological thing where they think it's a cheaper price. I always, for 7 years, was a strong believer in free shipping and really thought it was a psychological thing where they thought they were getting a deal. They thought they were getting free shipping. Most of the big box stores offer free shipping. There's got to be something to it, but we're selling more of our stuff at the prices we want and not having to haggle. And we're not getting as many low balls. So a $20 pair of jeans free ship, we used to get like $5 and $8 offers on. Of course, we didn't entertain those. But now those same jeans that are 10 ship are selling for 10. I don't know. Is it psychology? Is it coincidence? Time will tell. But let's look at the Plush. We'll start with the Fiesta Amperin Virgin Cita. This is apparently from a show that Star's not aware of because her kids are grown and out of the house. But y'all, if you find these dolls, get them. Yeah, she sold for $9.99, but she sold in like a day. So anything I can flip that quick to get that fast of a return on my investment, I'm all for it, even if it's bread and butter prices. So get a good look at her. They have different characters. This is what the tag looks like. It's Amperin. I'm probably butchering the name. Correct me if you know better. All right, next up, a green buyer bunny rabbit. So this is General Dollar Tree, Target. Someone told me in the comments when this was in my weekly What Sold video. Feel free to correct me again. Pretty sure Green Buyer is one of the Dollar Tree brands. I get a lot of these in my wholesale lots. I list them, especially the Easter ones. Easter is our best-selling category, like as far as holiday plush or themed plush. And if you put really good keywords in there, you guys, you're going to sell them. Now, would I tell you to go search this guy out at the thrift store or a garage sale? Probably not. But if he comes to you in a wholesale lot, Absolutely. You've already paid for everything in that lot to be shipped to your door. Get every cent of profit you can. And just use good keywords. He sold for $6 plus 6 shipping. The Classic Toy Company. You guys, when I first started out, this was a really good brand of plushie as far as like a fast sell-through rate and pretty decent mid to high bread and butter prices. It's kind of gone to the wayside, but I'll still pick them up if they're 50 cents. I'll still list them if they come in a lot. I still like them. For a while there, these dragons did really well for us. Way back in the beginning, I think even before I was on YouTube. We had one buyer that came back all the time looking for new dragons, and he was a repeat buyer. And every time I got different colored dragons and listed them, he would buy them. Anyway, this one sold for $12 plus 6 shipping. An NBA Minnesota Timberwolves teddy bear plush. So this was one I definitely had to Google lens because I don't know sports ball. I only knew this was basketball because he's holding one. If you said something about the Timberwolves, I mean, I know NBA is basketball and NBL is baseball and NFL. You know, I know the basics because I have sold jerseys and sports t-shirts, but I'm not that familiar with the teams. But I was pretty tickled pink when I did comp him and figure out his team. So he's got a lot of cool stuff going on. He's got shoes, he's got shorts, he's got a hat. I mean, he's really cute. So he sold for $14 plus $5.99 shipping. Oh, I wanted to say about him, if you find animals, plushies that are sports related or college themed, I would recommend picking them up because those are the teams and the colleges and things have strong followings. This guy came in a wholesale lot. He had no tags. So I just called him a vintage 90s rainbow trout. I mean, I could tell he was vintage, but I couldn't, give him a brand or anything. When I Google lensed him, obviously I saw brands, but I'm kind of leery about branding stuff if it doesn't have tags, just in case. I don't want to get a Vero. I don't want to put my account at risk. I mean, if it's clearly Donald Duck, he's recognizable enough. You could say it's Donald Duck, but like when it comes to Minecraft and other brands, if you don't have a tag, they'll come after you. So just be careful. So, instead of saying what brand he was, I just said he was a vintage 90s rainbow trout, and he's big, so he is a parrotfish. So you can sell stuff without tags, without brands all the time, just like that rabbit I showed you. I mean, the rabbit has a brand, but that is such a generic brand, almost have to sell the animal and what it is beyond that. So he sold for $13.99 plus $5.99 shipping. Next up, we have a vintage raspberry baby ganga. He's a lot like the old Munchie cheese. Do you guys remember the Munchie cheese? But this is baby ganga. He's a white gorilla. Super duper cute, super duper vintage. Sold for $14 plus $5.99 shipping. Next up, we have a dandy moose. 8-inch plush brown plaid. I mean, you can see all the keywords I've crammed in here. And he's just like a little tiny puffball. Dandy was a brand you used to buy at Kmart. Does anybody have Kmarts? I'm pretty sure they're like out of business and defunct everywhere. But I swear someone at some reseller event or maybe on Instagram, someone said they still had a Kmart in their area. I'd be curious to know, does anybody still have a Kmart? But yeah, these used to be Kmart. So there's some dandy plush that will go for a lot of money. And there's some really jumbo dandy plush and like Christmas themed and stuff. And then some of them like this moose, he's a $5 plush plus 6 shipping. A Toy Factory jalapeno pepper. This is the second one of these I've ever had. And I didn't know that. When I first did the What Sold video, the weekly one, and I was talking about this pepper, I'm like, oh, he's a jalapeno pepper. He didn't have any tags. I knew he was Toy Factory. And then I was actually going through some of my old reels and videos content over the weekend just to see if I could repurpose any content. Hey, it's a trick of the trade. Yeah, sometimes if you have really great content, you can repurpose it or take a piece out and reuse it and stuff. I'm sure that all content creators do it, and if you don't tell me any different, because that's what I like to do. Anyway, I was looking through my old videos, and I had a day in the life of a reseller from way back in 2021, I think. And this pepper was in the pile to be shipped. So I had sold him before. I just didn't remember it. I mean, he's memorable. How could you forget? Look at his eyes. They're fire. Fire eyes. Anyway, he sold for $10.51, $5.99 shipping. And if you're wondering on the cost of goods of our plush, I should have said this before I started in here. Most plush anymore I do get from wholesale lots. I don't really source my own plush. I don't find them as one-offs or out in the wild. Most of the thrift stores around here have gone ridiculously insane with their plush prices. Like something like this chase here would be like $5.99. I mean, it's crazy. And no longer is the day that I can go to the 50-cent bin. Longtime viewers, do you remember way back when, like 7 years ago, there was a Goodwill here that had a buggy up front. They put plush in and you could dig through them and they were 50 cents a piece. Nope. So I don't source my own plush anymore, generally speaking. Now, if I find something really great at the thrift and it's worth the cost of goods, it's going to flip for a lot or flip fast. Yes, but I don't generally source my own plush anymore. I get them from American Thrift Supply and my friend Leslie. I call her my plush dealer. She sources for me and I pay her. I did try a Goodwill Blue Box. Not a fan. $37 for 10 pounds of Beanie Babies. Probably won't be buying plush from them again. And then I've got some other deals coming through. I'm buying out my friend Karen's plush. Not the Karen you guys met on the channel that lives here locally and goes to our meetups. I have another friend, Karen, and I met her at FlipCon, and she wants to get out of plush, so I'm going to buy her out. And someone I met at eBay Open is sending me some of her vintage plush. So that's how I get plush. I just kind of make deals with people and I buy wholesale and gaylords of it. The reason I'm telling you this story is twofold. One, to let you know that I buy them in bulk. So they're usually like $1 a piece, a little bit less, a little bit more, give or take. And also the importance of community cannot be stressed enough. I talk about it on this channel all the time. But listen, if I had not been a friendly, outgoing, networking person at FlipCon, I would not have met Karen and her lovely dog Milo, who I fell in love with, and I wouldn't be purchasing her plush. And if I hadn't gone to eBay Open in Philadelphia and networked, I met someone there that I can buy plush from. And the majority of the deals that we get and the wholesale that we buy and even the contacts that we have because of networking. Yes, we had to go out and get some of our own contacts for like Keith's electronics and remotes, but I learned how to do that and who to call and how to call from networking. So network, guys, make friends, join List Perfectly, 30% off your first month with code FlippinHippos. Utilize those listing parties. There's tons of people in there all the time making deals and just networking and making friends and being a part of a community. Go to any in-person event you can. Join a local meetup group. I'm going to put a link down below to eBay's seller community page. You can look for your city and town to see if there is a local meetup group near you that you can join. And join Facebook groups and just, get out there. Be a part of the community. This is a lonely job, so it's important to make friends. But I also think it's important for your business because you meet people all the time who are like, hey, I don't want to sell plush anymore. I don't want to sell jeans anymore. I'm getting into shoes. I sell jeans. I'll buy all your jeans. You know what I mean? So, okay, that was a huge tangent, but I think it's an important tangent because I cannot stress to you guys the importance of community and networking. Well, let's talk about Chase. He was $1 or less, as we've just discussed. That's the cost of my plushies anymore. $7. He's one of the ones that sold on the best offer. $7 and then $5.99 shipping. Y'all, Paw Patrol is a good show or like brand of characters, whatever you want to call it. to look for in plushies, but I will preface that with Marshall and Chase, Marshall's the fire dog, are very oversaturated and they're the most common and easily found characters. When you can find the other characters from the movies and shows, they're going to sell for a little bit more and more quickly. A Nintendo Eevee. I love Eevee. She's probably one of, well, I was going to say my favorite, but she's up there. She's one of my favorites. She is a super cute Pokemon. I love her. Show you the tag. Official Pokemon. Pokemon's one of the ones you don't want to mess with. Make sure you have an officially licensed tag. Eevee sold for $8.76 plus $5.99 shipping. And this is the other one that sold on the best offer. I took $6.34 plus $5.99 shipping. This is Wild Republic. It's typically a very good brand. Some of the larger plushies you can find that are more realistic looking. This one's like a slap bracelet. Still super cute. Still sold for $12 all in. And an Aurora baby harp seal. I do like Aurora. They have a lot of really good realistic looking plush also, just like Wild Republic. The bigger ones are going to sell for more. It just kind of depends on what you have. You know, if you're buying these one-offs and you don't like filler or bread and butter, you know, you don't do a volume-based business, you'll want to comp everything before you buy it. But if you like bread and butter filler, you have room to keep all the plush at your house. They're very long tail, guys. I always tell folks, if you find these for $1 or less, grab them. The Aurora, the Wild Republic is good. This is a baby harp seal, sold for $8.76 and $5.99 shipping. And then this is the Coupe de Gras of September. This is my Adventure Planet Red Panda. He's a 34-inch jumbo plush. So Adventure Planet is not a bad brand. It is typically a solid bread and butter plan. I was reading Planet. Adventure Planet is a solid bread and butter brand. And they also make a lot of the realistic looking like tigers and bears and, you know, other plushies. They're bread and butter though. But if you can find these huge jumbo realistic animals in any brand, you guys, I think I paid $5 for this, maybe $6. I'd have to go back to my old videos to look, but I'm pretty sure he was $5. I knew what I had. I knew what I was getting. I was absolutely willing to pay $5 for him. I picked him up at Salvation Army just a couple of months ago, to be honest, and he actually sat around for a while before I listed him, because sometimes I have this thing where I don't want to deal with the big animals. I don't know why. I just put them on the table with their measuring tape and then a close-up. But he did not take long to sell, and he sold for $49.91 plus $12.99 shipping. So people will pay up for these large animals, and they will pay like $13 to have it shipped. So don't overlook the big animals, regardless of the brand, especially if they're, you know, more unique animals that aren't oversaturated and they're realistic. If they're cute, look at his face. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about reselling plush, sourcing plush, reselling in general, or anything at all, let me know in the comments. I do answer everybody. Go be productive, guys. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.